Usair Kokonato, Tanatia, Katanano, Shafatoyo, Kokonato Siri Panoneniku.
Remember, don't let Sheng give his report to Judge Fang. We will be watching you from afar. Once you have completed your task, I will meet you back here.
You know, far be it from me to presume, but I have an idea of how we might be able to solve this problem.
What's your plan?
My glorious wife's third cousin is a minor official in the Ministry of Harmony. I know a little something of the way Judge Fang conducts his business. All of Fang's ministers bring him an honor gift when they go to see him, an offering given as a sign of respect, a bribe, some might call it. If we replace Sheng's honor gift with something insulting, rare turtle eggs, for example, Fang would be so outraged he'd refuse to even listen to Sheng's report.
That's an offence? Giving people turtle eggs? Are you serious?
It's true. A gift of turtle eggs would be as insulting as a box of manure. Even more so, because they are so difficult to track down, whereas manure is somewhat common. I admit there are still some details yet to be worked out, but acquiring the eggs is easy. I have some here that you can simply have.
You have turtle eggs? Here? After just saying they are very rare?
Well, I was saving them for my coming anniversary. You buy early if you want them to be ripe. It doesn't really matter, does it? There are more daunting problems to consider. For example, how will you sneak past Sheng's guards to make the switch?
We should just kill Sheng. Nice and simple. Kill his guards, too.
Oh, yes. And while we're at it, we could kill Fang, and his guards, too. Unleash rivers of blood in the streets, all in the service of the Lotus Assassins.
Now that is how you interrupt the bureaucratic process. I'm all for it.
Yeah, we want the enemies of the Lotus Assassins to be alive as much as possible. Because we are ultimately trying to undermine the Lotus Assassins. We don't really want to help them out with their dirty work. What's your plan, Zoo?
I am no coward, but there is already more blood on my hands than I can ever wash clean. You know this.
I have no plan for you. No easy answer. But working with the Lotus Assassins is a bad idea. No good can ever come of it.
We really don't have any choice, Zoo. It's the only way we'll ever rescue Master Li. I don't like the idea of causing trouble for Shang. Maybe we should investigate Fang in the arena first. We might be able to stop him from getting that report without hurting Shang. Or anyone else.
Maybe you're right, Dawnstar. I just hope that in the end we don't sacrifice everything for the sake of one man. Even if he is your beloved Master Li.
It's up to you how we handle this, but remember that the Inquisitors aren't just thugs, they're more subtle.
Oh, that's all very interesting options. I'm just going to take a quick break, because I have things to do. Jump cut. So we've got a lot of routes for this other quest. We've got a straightforward arena. Don't really care that much for that one way or the other. I mean, a lot of RPGs have an arena, but not many have this other quest, so I think I'm inclined to do that. I don't know if we'll get to do both or not, but I certainly want to do it. So, what was Sagacious Zoo's solution again?
I trust your plans go well, despite the dangers you face and inflict. Is there something I can do for you?
What do you think of our current situation?
Your dalliance with the Lotus Assassins could be disastrous. I cannot force you to do otherwise, but you may eventually force my hand.
So he thinks working... Yeah, there is a lot of truth in doing the Lotus Assassins' work is a bad plan.
I will
What do you think about the Imperial City? How powerful are the Lotus Assassins here?
They are as powerful as fear allows them to be. Not the specific information you are looking for, I'm sure, but you did ask about my feelings. If their tactics have not changed, everyone fears them as children fear the shadows, never knowing what might come.
They sound more like outlaws than an arm of the Emperor.
They are not outlaws. Their orders come from Death's Hand, and he is the will of the Emperor. At least, that is how it was meant to be. Pardon my outburst. Every act of the assassins has the approval of the Emperor. We were supposed to reflect his glory. That is why some actions should never have been ordered.
Yeah, I've got a whole list of those. But I'm guessing you're referring to the incident that prompted your exit?
The Lotus Assassins were once the Order of the Lotus under Prince Qin, spiritual advisor to the Emperor. During and after the attack on Dirge, changes were made. As flames seared the sky, enemies of the Emperor faced a new threat, Death's Hand. He assumed command of our order, and we began silencing people. Some were killed only to serve as warnings. Others had done nothing except be near his enemies.
Is her lip trembling there? Looks like it. So you were ordered to kill innocents? Why even consider it?
I am no stranger to death. That alone is not enough to disturb me. But I see only weakness in targeting innocents, peripheral to the real enemy. Weakness suggests losing the right to rule. Can you see how that shook my faith in the Empire? You seem to see why I had concerns. Perhaps you might understand. I have not said everything, and I have not yet decided if I will. But I see something in you that may set things right. We will see. For now, what else do you need?
How do you feel about this plan to join the Lotus Assassins? I might need your knowledge.
It is a foolish idea. You do not understand the seductive nature of the assassins and what they do to recruits.
There's another good point there, Sagacious Sue. Enlighten me.
It does not take much to make a person forget who they are. With a little effort, they can be pushed past any morals they might have claimed. Cloaked in service and honor, even the most depraved of barbarity soon becomes unremarkable.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. I mean, that's like, even though it was, people say the SS were like did all the terrible things, and they did do a lot of terrible things, but kind of trickled down. It's not so much a mob mentality as... Well, I mean, there is a degree of mob mentality, isn't there? And fear of repercussions if you step out of the... If you say, no, this isn't right, you'd get shot, wouldn't you? Again, these are kind of all contradictory to him. I don't want to contradict him because he's right. I agree with you. I'll find a way to enter without participating in their foul ways.
A naive assumption. Perhaps you can avoid direct participation, but their fanaticism will still affect you. The rot that is Death's Hand permeates the complex. He was made our leader during the raising of Dirge. He replaced Sun Qin, who along with the glorious strategist, never returned from that campaign. I did not serve Death's Hand long, but when the orders came, he never questioned. The connection is more direct than loyalty, and he instills that in his Lotus assassins. That is how so many were driven to kill without cause, and why I decided no more.
I don't know why we're having to be so confrontational in a lot of these responses. These are all confrontational. I understand entirely what he's saying. Death's Hand is manipulative. You do get swept up with the mob. You will develop Stockholm Syndrome. All these other things, they're real things. It's not just Sagacious Sue making stuff up. Why does this trouble you so much?
There was more to that event. You are right to sense it. But I have kept my silence for so long that I must carefully consider the repercussions of breaking it. I must inevitably deal with my demons. Your destiny demands it. But I must also know that those demons will be put to rest, not exploited. For many years, I did nothing. If I had known Master Li was the glorious strategist, so much could have been resolved one way or another. In the end, I will have to trust that you are enough his student to find a way to protect what I cannot.
We each have our path, Sue. I will listen when you're ready.
So you claim. I am not accustomed to words having such weight. We should resume your mission. You have far to go. Goodbye.
These people... in fact, Wildflower didn't even get involved in the last conversation, did she? Black Whirlwind, you're a muppet.
What? What do you want?
Give me an insight, something really intelligent about your past.
I remember one time I was hired by two warring clans. They were going to discuss a peace treaty, and they wanted me to make sure things didn't get out of hand. A bunch of fights broke out in the first few days, but after I'd killed a few dozen of their clansmen, they settled down. That's when things got boring. The leaders took the next 3 days to talk, and if they hadn't let me dip into their wine stocks, I might have snapped sooner than I did.
Well, I'm surprised you lasted that long, you violent oaf.
The clan leaders were agreed on peace except for one thing, Jinlo, a beautiful clanswoman. Both leaders wanted her and neither would give her up. After 5 days, it looked like the peace would fall apart. It looked like the two leaders were about to come to blows over Jinlo, so I stepped in. It was my job to stop them from fighting, so I cleaved the wench in two and told them each to take a half. Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Oh my god.
They weren't too happy with my decision. Everyone turned on me. Of course, they all died, but they gave it a good effort. I don't know what they were so upset about. Better a quick death by the sword than the prolonged agony of your heart being ripped from your chest and thrown to the dogs.
Idiot.
Not now. I'm done talking about myself. Let's go do something fun, like kill someone.
Is he meant to be chaotic evil? Because he absolutely is. What do you think about the Inquisitor proposition situation?
Nothing's changed since the last time you asked me. Unless I passed out. Did I pass out? No, how could I? I haven't been drinking.
Oh, right. Because he had something to say in the last cutscene, but... no.
Whatever.
Oh, God, I hate you.
Always happy to help. What do you need?
What's on your mind, Sky?
Dawnstar has been telling me about two rivers, the Swamp and Gao the Lesser. I was sorry to hear about your town. You're a woman with a knack for finding trouble.
Yeah, but you were also facing down 3 pirates alone not too long ago.
I didn't say it was a bad thing. We're kindred spirits, you and I. There's something I've been meaning to ask you. Why? Seriously, why are you doing this? Details aside, you're fighting the Empire as a whole when you oppose the Lotus Assassins, Death's Hand, or the Emperor's will. I know all about your village and your master, and that explains some of it. What it doesn't explain is your drive, your strength. What gives you that?
I haven't had really had time to consider that. I think it's a matter of honour. My home must be avenged. Both of my, my birth home and my childhood home.
A village was destroyed just to capture one man. You're right. That loss was unnecessary and unforgivable. I know you're going to follow Silk Fox's plans to find a way into the Assassin's Den. It won't be easy, but I'm confident we'll succeed. It's what happens after you find a way in that has me worried.
Me too. But what's your concern?
I knew men and women who were drawn to the Lotus Assassins. They went into that place to prove themselves, as you intend to. And the few who made it back out were different.
This is what Zoo was hinting at as well. What do you mean different how?
They acted like they didn't know us, or just didn't care if we lived or died. It's hard to say if there's even a difference to the Lotus Assassins. I know you'll be fine. The Assassins will be lucky if you don't bring the place down around their ears. Just be sure not to tip your hand before you're ready. That's all in the future, though. We should keep at what we're doing. There's a lot left to tackle before we're done.
What are your thoughts on the situation?
I'll be honest. I can't think of anything I haven't said already.
We've now had 2 first-hand counts as someone who was brainwashed, for lack of a better word, and someone whose friends were. You got something to say as well, have you, Silk Fox, if I can target you?
Well, it looks like your contact with the Lotus Assassins will be bad for your reputation, but good for our goal.
I can't agree with this. You don't know what you're getting into. You don't know the danger they represent.
Really? What did you see while hiding in your swamp? I've observed Death's Hand for years, both in the palace and elsewhere.
You could have 4 faces and a different name and wardrobe for each, and you still wouldn't understand. Death's Hand is not what he seems.
Then what, pray tell, is he?
I don't know. But his power does not come from study or skill. He is something darker, and we should not be trying to enter his lair.
It sounds like Sagacious Zoo wants to go back into hiding. Or perhaps the nursery? Pay no attention, not everyone is as weak as he is.
Yeah, he could rip you in half. No, shut your face, Silk Fox. I actually agree with Sagacious Zoo. He's right to advise caution.
Thank you for listening, but I want more than caution. Neither of you understand what they are capable of.
You aren't doing much to add to our understanding. Go sulk in the corner like you're accustomed to doing.
This is not helping anything. Are we any closer to getting to the Lotus Assassins so this accursed woman will help us find Master Li?
Oh, she spits fire at last. Now I see how the child left her little village. She has some spirit in her after all. And surprisingly, she's right. You've made contact with the Lotus Assassins, but haven't shown them why they need to fully accept you. The Executioner wants to see you excel in the arena. Progress far enough, and he will gladly recommend that you be recruited. And the Inquisitor has a task for you as well. Appeasing one or the other will be enough for our purposes. The path is yours to choose.
Man, I really, really hate you, Silk Fox. I want to talk to you about the Emperor.
My father? What do you want to know that isn't already?
I've already
Death's
done
Hand
this.
is wearing a weight.
Piss off, you stupid bitch.
I wish you luck. Once you have gained the trust of the Lotus Assassins, we will plan how to proceed.
Yeah, that was a bit of a non sequitur there. Let's go grab Zoo.
I trust your...
Oh, maybe not. I'm going to take Zoo with me, I
Well,
think.
it looks like your contact with the...
Yes? What do you need? I'd like to get that business with Minister Shang out of the way.
She worries about the poor minister, a man she would despise in any other circumstance.
Who am I addressing here? I don't get this. What do you think about what's been happening, Dawnstar?
We just have to keep going. That's all we can do. All right.
I thought you had a different approach, though. Maybe if I ask you about the Imperial City?
I've only been here as long as you...
Well, that was useless. Henpeck too had a solution, didn't you?
Yes? How can this humble bunmaster assist you today?
What's your thoughts about the situation?
I think you need somebody like me to keep your camp in order while you're off invading the fortress. I can make sure there's some hot soup waiting for you. Turtle egg soup, perhaps. Now, there's a thought. Where did I put those turtle eggs?
Ugh.
As you say, I will be here scrubbing your pots until you call upon me again.
Okay, I think, having thought... Well, the thing is, the quest with... Just get rid of Silk Fox, I hate her.
Let's keep things simple. If someone gets in our way, remove them.
Hey, his support style deals extra damage, so let's do that. I kind of want to do the Inquisitor route. It seems a bit more interesting, I guess. A bit more novel, maybe, than the arena quest, but it is doing work for the Lotus Assassins. However, we have to go to the arena to do that.
Poor
without...
Chang. If only I hadn't sent him on such a dangerous mission. He'd still be alive.
Who said that?
I can't sell upgrades if I can't find supplies. I'm ruined. Finished. What? Oh, you. You're the one with the flyer, aren't you? Forgive my impertinence, but do you own that flyer, perhaps?
Yes, I own it. What do you want to know?
I am Hingu, a mechanic and a businessman. I supply upgrades to people fortunate enough to have flyers. However, I've had some trouble attaining parts of late. My previous associate went on a trip to retrieve valuable parts and never returned.
And now you want me to help you, I suppose.
I need someone brave, someone who is a capable pilot. The missions I have are dangerous, but the rewards are worth it. I will pay you good silver, and I can sell you parts for your flyer, to make it better.
What? Make it better? This is the finest ship of its kind. I should know. I made it. You're just a fix-it man. What would you know about ships?
I have been working on flyers since they first started appearing in the Empire. I take these rickety contraptions and make them into something amazing.
Rickety? There has never been a flyer more solid than the marvelous dragonfly. Rickety? Your wits are the only thing rickety around here.
It isn't that rickety, because it can crash into other ships over and over again. Enough of this banter, let's just tell me what you actually want to do.
I have some supplies in the North Provinces that I need to pick up immediately. We've had trouble with bandits up there, so it might be tricky. If you could bring me those supplies, I'd have the parts necessary to upgrade your flyer. What do you say?
It'll only take me 2 seconds, so I'll do it.
Very good. Here's your wind map. It'll show you where to go. I'll also pay extra if you get rid of those bandits plaguing the area.
So does that mean kill enough of them? Hey, I'll start with double weapons. Ah, that was a bad plan then. Oh, I lost auto fire. That sucks. Oh, have I got a weapon down? I'm guessing that's the one I have to destroy. These are so trivial, these missions. Oh, the camera's gone wonky again.
You have returned, and in one piece, I see. Not bad. You brought back the supplies and you took out a few bandits on your way. You can have a little bit extra for that. There were some great flyer parts among those supplies. Would you like to have a look at them? Or if you'd prefer, I could tell you about another mission I have for you.
Let's do the upgrades first.
Yes, of course. I have some very interesting items now.
Ah, that's another quest item. Another bar of alloy. Flyer equipment shockwave does moderate damage to all nearby enemy ships. The chi cost is moderate. Doesn't sound that good.
So, would you like to hear about the mission I have for you?
Yeah, let's do the next mission.
Excellent. I am most pleased. The prefect of Shandang County will be glad to hear he has an escort. His ships have taken a heavy toll lately. There are many raiders between here and the prefect's home, and his ship is intended more for luxury and less for war. Get the prefect home safely, and I will reward you well. The prefect has also told me to offer you extra silver for destroying as many of the raiders as you can. The prefect is anxious to be going. Here's your wind map, and remember, protect the prefect's flyer at all costs.
So this is a different mission. No, it's not. The prefect's mission will try to stay on... Ah, there it is. Are you going to stay right in my way, are you? Ah, I'm above him, so that's okay. Does he have a health bar? Because if he does, I can't see it. Oh, I've got to level up and I lost my auto. Now I've got auto back. I really don't understand that system in this shoot 'em up. That was the boss. Can you fix my camera, please, Mechanic Kingu?
Excellent work. The prefect is happy to be home, safe, no doubt. I see you were able to dispatch a few of the raiders on your way. I'll top up your payment a little for that. Would you like to see some of my upgrades? Or could I interest you in doing another mission for me?
Let's check the upgrades first again. We've already seen that. This is flyer equipment that will cause all your enemies to slow down. That's interesting. That's different, isn't it?
So,
Do the next mission as well.
I have received word that my associate is alive, if not well. He was shot down by Imperial flyers while retrieving some sensitive information. Fly to the destination on the wind map and destroy anyone who attacks you. Drop off these parts so my associate can repair his ship and return. The area you will be flying into is private land, and by right only the Emperor's servants are allowed entrance. But there is a truth there that must be uncovered. Be careful. These Imperial flyers are extremely dangerous. Good luck.
Ah, I'm only allowed to take 3 at a time. That's the best one. That's my new one. I'm not sure how useful that shield is. I'm not going to use Cloudburst, but I'll take it. Oh, they're way faster. Oh, I got that crappy power up.
Careful now, you'll dent something.
Guess that's because I took so many hits in a short period of time.
Don't let them hit us. I just finished this thing.
Shit. No, well, I won even though I did a bad job.
You've done it. Chang, my associate, is on his way back. Here, I owe you this and more. I regret I have no more missions for you, but I'm always here if you require upgrades for your flyer. Thank you again.
So we now have Firestorm, large amount of damage over time. Well, that's objectively better than the storm I have, Cloudstorm. We've got Dragon's Wrath, which is a powerful weapon that releases a blast that will destroy all nearby enemy ships. That sounds better, doesn't it? Let's go with that. Okay, I really need to think about the quest I'm going to do. The arena one is just too...
If you think you've seen this person, you must report it to the authorities at once. It is your duty.
Too bland. It's too ordinary. I'd much rather do the other quest. Now, if I'm lucky, I might be able to do both quests. But I think the arena will be quite trivial. And it's not... Combat system's okay, and I'm not terrible at it. Now I've got a good weapon style, I actually smash everybody. But it's not that novel. It's just the same as, I don't know, a lot of PS2 era games, but a bit more trivial, if anything, I'd say.
Always, I say, oh!
Already done this, haven't I?
The man to see is Nick.
Haven't talked to most people here, but I did talk to you.
My question is, what am I supposed to do if one of the fighters goes berserk?
I don't think this has been a very long video, but I think I have a lot of people to talk to in here. And I think that probably be enough for a self-contained episode, so this is a short one. Not a very interesting one, because I just did a few flying missions. But that is what we're doing. Thank you for watching. Come back for some more Jade Empire. The Road to the Endless Mind is a method for cleansing the mind and body, focusing the power of the inner self through your thoughts and actions. One who practices this technique frequently gains inner strength and clarity of purpose. The Paralyzing Palm is a support style, but does direct damage in Chi Strike mode. This esoteric style has a sinister reputation, but many more peaceful masters prefer it for its ability to render an opponent helpless without killing him. More unscrupulous masters take advantage of this style's paralysing blows to weaken foes for the killing blow. It is designed around its magical palm strikes, which can stop a man in his tracks with a single hit. The Gem of Inner Genius imparts great wisdom and mental abilities to its wearer, but it teaches a lesson of its own, that great and sudden power is only available at a great price. The wielder's mental capacity is greatly strengthened, but at the cost of his or her physical and spiritual abilities. The Heaven's Blessing gem is a damage shield that can only be used by followers of the Way of the Open Palm. This gem surrounds you in an aura of wind that damages any who attack you. Its effect is constant while the gem is equipped. Turtle Eggs. There are few greater ways to insult a person than a gift of turtle eggs. The difficulty of their acquisition tells the tale of a person willing to put forth a serious effort in their desire to say, "I hate you." This group of eggs is particularly ripe, having been carefully tended to by henpecked Hal in anticipation of his next anniversary. Tremor, flying equipment. This weapon produces a moderate shockwave that does moderate damage to all nearby ships. The chi cost for Tremor is moderate. A vial of sulphurous water. The yellow-tinged water in this vial has a strong stench, similar to that of a rotting egg. Used to treat conditions of the blood and circulation, a cow bezoar forms only in the stomach of very ill cattle. Cow bezoars are extremely rare, but many people seek them for their curative nature.